What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of This Is Dope. Today's episode is going to be hopefully a pretty short one. I wanted to give you guys my impression on these. Yes, these are the new AirPod Pros. I've had them since this past Wednesday. I guess the time I'm shooting this video is Monday. So I've had them, this will be my 5th day having them. And I really wanted to give you guys my initial impressions, my thoughts, my likes, my dislikes on this particular device and how I plan on incorporating this into my everyday life. So without any more fluff, let's get to it. Well, here we have it. These are the new AirPod Pros. First noticeable thing is that the case is different than the previous generation AirPods. As you can see, these are the previous generation AirPods, and the case is taller, however, not as wide. This one, it's the opposite. This one's a little stockier, but wider. It's like they turned this one on its side and maybe stretched it out a little bit. As you can see, compare the two here. Cases are about the same size, with the AirPod Pro's case being a little bigger. However, which is odd, the actual earbuds themselves are not. So you go ahead, pull these out, and as you can see, these are considerably shorter than these. So you pull this out, pull that out, and as you can tell, this is a little bit shorter than this one is. Also, the other major difference is the rubber tips as opposed to just the plastic ear, plastic, I guess, ear part that goes in your ear. So this provides a better seal and I think helps improve the sound. Enough about these. Let's go ahead and slide these back in here for now. There's a difference in putting them back in as well. It is a little bit different. I mean, because these face inward. Oop, dropping these things all over the place, and these face outward. So, I mean, if you blindly put them back in and you just got so used to that, then you have to make an adjustment for that. Another adjustment that you need to get used to is really just the overall control of these. It's a lot easier to have a built-in, I guess I call this like an indentation part on here. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here, maybe. See if that, notice that now? Yeah. As you can see, and I got a little dust around. I have these things in my ears. But as you can see, there's the flat part that you can use to not only turn on the active noise canceling as well as turn it to transparent mode. You're also able to skip tracks, rewind tracks, play and pause your music as well. So it works very, very well. Other than that, these things, I mean, they work. There's some new features they have with these and iOS 13.2 or iPadOS 13.2. But by and large, they are really, really similar to the previous generation of AirPods. Easy pairing. Extremely easy pairing. And, very, very convenient as far as being able to fit this in your pocket. I mean, those are the two major selling points. The enhancements would be the sound quality, first off. The sound quality is far superior to the previous generation of AirPods. And to be honest with you, very, very comparable. I would even say on the same level, maybe even a little better in some circumstances than the Wireless Beats Pro that just came out. I had a pair of those. I've given those headphones to my wife because these now are my primary headphones, my do everything headphones. And from my previous video, my major I guess, draw to the Wireless Beats Pro were the fact that they were be able to stay in my ear. They had the over the ear hook, so when I worked out, I could use them as well as everyday use. It allowed me to go down to one set of headphones. I couldn't do that with these, and so the Wireless Beats Pro provided that for me. The only drawback, really, well, the really main drawback was the size of the case. The case was huge. These solve that problem for me with the tips, the foam tips. I mean, not foam tips, the silicone tips that you can fit in your ear, and the new angle. It fits in my ear, stays in my ear. I've worked out a couple of times with these. I had no issues. I sweat a lot. I do. I sweat a lot when I work out. Even when I don't work out, it gets hot, I sweat. So I'm a sweater. And these things have securely stayed in my ear. They're water resistant, so sweat wasn't an issue. And as I'll show you here in a few moments, the angle of the, I guess, the flat part or the indentation is such where it makes it easy to control or interact with the AirPods while they're in my ear, which is something that was very difficult with these, due to having to tap on the side. And I guess I'm not coordinated enough to go ahead and tap on these and, you know, tap here and there and do this, that, and the other. So that was something that was always an annoyance of mine. One thing I will say you can't do that you can do with the Wireless Beats Pro is that you can't turn down the volume without interacting with Siri. The Wireless Beats Pro, you still can, but that's the major thing. The noise canceling is the next, I would say, best feature of this thing. That feature is great. Apple's implementation of active noise canceling is absolutely marvelous. Works well. They come default with active noise canceling on. So once you first put them in your ear, you'll immediately notice all the sound around you is blocked out. Transparency mode works great as well. It allows you to be able to hear your surroundings, and it really does work very, very well. Because if you've ever had noise canceling headphones on, or earbuds, or even headphones on, and you can't hear your surroundings, where you're attempting to have a conversation with people or even say anything, it sounds like you're yelling, which is absolutely nuts. But with transparent mode on, you're able to hear everything around you and speak in a voice that doesn't make you seem like a raving lunatic. So those are really, really the two major improvements or software features that I love about this thing. But let me go ahead and show you guys how these fit in your ear and how easy it is to control in your ear. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place these in my ear, show you guys how easy it is. It's the right one, it's the left one, and voila. Now, the easy thing to do, as you can see, these are easily controlled. I'm not sure how easy you can see the indentation, but I thought it would be difficult because I thought the angle of the indentation would be right up against my face and I would have to do, pinch myself pretty much every time I wanted to do something. But Apple, being Apple, was smart enough to go ahead and make them at an angle so that it's easy to, I do long press and it turns on active noise canceling. Another long press, transparency mode's on. And for playing music, I do the same thing. Double tap, fast forward, triple tap, rewind, one tap play, one tap pause, that type deal. Very, very easy. And as you can see, they fit in my ear very easily and very snugly. Like, I'm not gonna shake my head like a lunatic, just to try to prove them that they come out. But as you can see, there's really no wiggle. I'm not gonna really get fast with it, but there's really no wiggle to it. And, obviously I have this beard, so they kind of cover up the AirPods themselves when you're looking straight on. So that just shows you how close they hug your face when you put them in. They also have the ear tip fit test, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Out of the box, these things fit me great. I could tell, but I still did it anyway. It helps you if you have, difficulty finding ear tips to fit in your ear and you want to get the maximum sound out of this. So let me show you guys the ear tip fit test. and pretty much how that works. Okay, so here I have my iPad that I'm going to use because I'm using my iPhone 11 Pro Max to film this video. But all you need to do to get to, go ahead and get to where you can do the ear tip fit test. On here, open up settings. You're going to go to Bluetooth. I am not connected. I'm going to connect these. Then I am going to click the eye. There we go. And there you have it. Ear tip fit test. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little better. There it is, ear tip fit test. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit that and it'll show you, what you're getting ready to do. You go ahead and continue, hit play. It's gonna play some sounds in my ears, some music rather. That's weird. I've never gotten a yellow. So let me see something. That's weird. Sometimes you may have to readjust it. I know these are the tips because they're the same tips, and these were been the ones I've been using the past 5 days. I'm not sure why. So let's try it again. There you go. So you also have to be careful of how you place these in your ear. I know these are the perfect fit for me, but this is just something that can help you if you're having some issues, finding out which tips are best for you. The AirPods Pros are gonna come with a small and a large set of tips, and the medium ones are the ones that come attached to here. Let me show you guys really quick how easy how different these tips are, right? Like, I'm sure you've seen the videos, and this is actually my first time taking this off, so hopefully I don't muck anything up. There. As you can see, kind of pull it off, and let's go ahead and, as you can see, there's not a real stem, and if you look here, the way the tip is made kind of fits over like a cap, right? So that's pretty cool. So there's nothing really sticking in your ear. I know that irritates a lot of people. It's not really a problem for me, but it helps these things, I guess, adjust better. So putting these on is easy. And so I just slapped it on there, pushed down. Once again, I'll take it off. Kind of just slapped it on there. You hear a little, or feel a little resistance, and then bang, they're on there. There has a speaker here. There's a little something there. There's mics everywhere. And that really helps, along with the ear tips, to not only make the sound great, but also allow the active noise canceling to work great, because the microphones help pick up the outside noise and balance everything out, whether you're in active noise canceling or transparency mode. And so that's really it in a nutshell. I mean, these things are a great piece of tech. I think Apple did a wonderful job with these. I couldn't be happier with the product itself. I think that that they really, they're a little slow a lot of times, but they really put a lot of thought into most of the products they put out, and I can appreciate that. I definitely think that's the case with these. I think that these are obviously their best AirPods, but because the quality of sound and the ability to stay in my ear work so well, I was able to go ahead and downsize a little bit more as far as my tech footprint, tech profile, which you guys know I love to do, get maximum functionality out of the smallest thing. So if you're one of the people who are wondering whether or not should I upgrade to the new AirPod Pros, if you currently have first generation AirPods, definitely. Even the wireless AirPods, the second generation ones, definitely. As I forgot to mention, this case is also wireless charging. You should definitely upgrade if sound is something that's important to you. I would also say if you're a Wireless Beats Pro user and just the size of that case is really something that's a bit of an an annoyance for you. You know, if you have the extra $249 lying around, go ahead, plunk it down, grab these. You won't be sorry. These are going to be my new everything headphones because of the seal and active noise canceling. I obviously haven't tested it out yet, but I have every confidence that even on airplanes, these will do the job. Well, I will be able to hear what I'm trying to listen to. It'll cancel out the noise, which, you know, that was another major complaint about these guys. You know, wearing these on a plane was pretty much useless. So, with that being said, hopefully everyone found this video somewhat helpful. If you did, go ahead and mash that like button. If you like the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when I upload new videos, obviously go ahead and mash that notification bell. Please leave any comments, questions, critiques, suggestions in the comment section below. If you guys have anything else you want me to do a video on, please leave that below as well. I'm still going to do part 2 and part 3 of my application productivity series that I started with in the previous video. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm out.